photo or video of your happy moment in a First Choice Haircutter salon and hashtag it with FC Happy for a chance to win over $10,000 in prizes. Visit fchappy.com to learn more.
Nico's a high-end prospect for this draft. He's a game breaker. Met with him before the game here tonight. What a nice young man. Good demeanor, good work ethic. He's just got nothing but upside in his future.
His stock seems to have risen considerably during the course of the season, and of course I think everybody became aware of Nico Hischier at the World Juniors. How much of his performance there? How much did that push his stock perhaps further up?
Well, I think that performance there basically made him more mainstream. You know, people in our profession were aware of him before he came over to Halifax. We knew to watch him early because of his previous international experience. But the World Junior performance just made him more mainstream for the masses, and put him on the face for this draft, basically because Nolan Patrick wasn't playing it, so he was the face of the draft at that point in time.
We in the media rely on scouting services, NHL Central, and there are various other services out there to get a sense as to where the players might go. In your eyes, Nico Hischier, is he a top 2 pick, a top 5 pick, a top 10 pick?
Well, he's definitely in the top 10, top 5, and he's trending up. So he's only got upside in his game. His finish this year will dictate where he ends up. He's got to go to the combine. He's got to interview, but he's the guy that's, like I said, a high-end prospect for this draft, and very high-end.
So a high-end prospect. Tell me about the amount of time you would invest in finding out, not only watching, but finding out who Nico Hischier is, whether on the ice or not.
We spend a lot of time. We'll do a lot of our due diligence. We'll be talking to the coaching staff, management, trainers, billets, previous coaches back in Switzerland. We basically dig real deep on the character of these young men because, especially for us in Vegas right now, it's our first ever selection. So we want to make sure we get it right.
There are those that believe that Nico Hischier next season should not return to the Canadian Hockey League. Can you give me a sense as to your philosophy or Vegas's philosophy on a player so young, whether he returns to junior, is up with a big club, or perhaps heads back home overseas?
Well, I think it's premature to talk about that in regards to, one, we don't know what our NHL roster looks like, and like any other team in the league, they don't know what the roster looks like. And then the player will dictate where they play. Nico goes into NHL training camp next year, has a good camp, and he forces them to make a roster spot for him, then he'll earn that. But to pencil him in right now to be in the NHL and not come back, I don't see that as a reality. He'll dictate that when the time comes.
Some believe that he's not physically mature enough next year for the National Hockey League level. I'm not sure that's a fair question, but how do you feel about it?
Well, there's lots of players in the league at his size right now, so he's got some room to grow strength-wise. He's going to put on 10, 15 pounds over the summer for sure once he's drafted. I'm sure that'll be part of his regime. But guys his size play in the league all the time now, so I don't think many teams will be concerned with that moving forward.
All right, let's take the focus off Nico, and if we could put it on to Charlottetown Islander defenseman Pierre-Olivier Joseph. I think NHL Central's got him projected as a second or third round pick. But tell me about the defenseman that you see.
Well, he's got a lot of upside. I think he does a lot of things real well, but nothing excellent. So I think there's versatility to his game. He's both offensive and defensive, plays with an edge, contains well. So I think his strength is his versatility, and he brings a lot to the table. And once again, he's long, he's lean, he's going to get better. His game's going to polish up a bit, but he does a lot of things above average right now, so that bodes well for his future.